Blue pa dito. Blue ba dito dapat?
One, two, three, four. Sound check, mic check. 1, 2. Sound check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to the Stallion Teens Season 5. This is our first game for today. It's going to be our 17 under division between Gold Cross versus Torch naman. And in the second and third game will be the 14 under division. Then after our Stallion Teens today, we'll have two games in our Stallion Cup semifinals game. Once again, my name is Roy Sacote, covering all four games for today. The first, second, fourth, fifth game I'll be covering, and in the fourth and fifth game makakasama ko of course si Jonas later on. But again, these two teams that we're going to be facing right now in our 17 under division, we're already in the halfway mark of this season. So the first game is going to be Gold Cross, who's seated at the second seed, matching up against Torch with a 2-2 record. So of course, Gold Cross wants to have a great start in this conference. They want to get another win, getting their 5 straight wins. But for Torch naman, they want to get a winning streak. So let's see if who will get this dub for our 17 under division. Stay tuned lang as we'll be back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the continuation of the 17 under division of the Stallion Team Season 5. My name is Roy Sacote, covering all first two games. No? The 17 under division will be between Gold Cross versus Torch. And next game is going to be Silo Tire versus Eagle Professional Tools in our 14 under division. And of course, we're live here inside the home of the Stallion Cup here in AYSN Sports Center, as a miss right there for Gavin C. Again, Torch won their last game due to default, no? Understaff po yung Tapamama last game. So that's why they won that game. So ending their two-game losing skid. Meanwhile, on the other end, Gold Cross, as they missed that shot at the start of this tournament, up until now, they're still undefeated. They are now 4-0. And of course, they want... Oh, look at that drive by Josh Lem. Josh Lem from Torch, averaging 23.3 points per game. That is the 5th best in this tournament. And this team, this battle between Gold Cross and Torch, even though number 6 and Torch right now in the standings, they are the 3rd best scorer in this tournament, averaging 76 points per game as a unit. As a foul was given. And that's going to be a Nian's FC. That's going to be his first personal foul. So, 2 free throws dito for Alvin Ngo. And Alvin Ngo is leading this conference in terms of free throw percentage. That kid is averaging 87.5% from the free throw line. That is the best free throw shooter in this tournament in our 17 under division. As he knocks down the first one. Of course, this game is brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins, Expert Charcoal Socks, Uniled Lights, Celsius Auto Guard. That's Escudero. That's it here. Jorge muscling his way in for that easy deuce. Gabe Jorge averaging 17 points per outing. The 9th best in this tournament as Gavin floats it up and knocks that one in for Gavin C. And right now, it's 5-2 in favor of Torch. Escudero kicks it to Gabe. Gabe, great defense, but better offense for Gabe Jorge as he knocks down the end one opportunity. Josh Lim will be getting his first personal foul. As Gabe is at the line, shooting 2. Gabe Jorge. If number 1 sa free throw si Alvin Ngo sa 17 under division, sa field goal naman, ang number 1 natin is si Gabe Jorge in terms of field goal percentage. That kid is averaging 54% from the field. The best in the league. As Gabe passes it and knocks that one in for JKC. JKC last game scored 14 points, shot 46% from the field. When they won against Celsius, that was a massacre given by Gold Cross against Celsius, winning by 17 points. I don't know, 23 points pala, rather, folks. That's C. Elbow jumper is no good. Almost a steal there by Joaquin Escudero, and here comes Josh Lim. Josh kicks it out. Wide open triple is up and good for Carlos Gubat. And we now have a 2-point lead for Torch. 8-6 is the score, folks. As Escudero, good bump to create some space and sinking it in for Joaquin Escudero. If number 1 si field goal percentage si Gabe, ang number 2 is si Joaquin Escudero with averaging 53% from the field. And he's also averaging 19 points per game. C. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Gabe. 3-on-1 break. Nice fake and decides to give it. Oh! Masyadong malakas for JKC. Here comes Gavin. The other C. Same spot, different result as Gabe with the rebounds. Great defense by Josh Lim bothering that shot against Joaquin Escudero. 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Centeno. Easy bucket for Kenzo. Centeno. As the ball goes the other way, Joaquin Escudero will turn the ball over. And that defensive play was brought to you by X-Bay Charcoal Socks. Natural, organic, and odorless. And here comes Gavin. Floor is up, and that's going to be a foul on C against C. So JK will get his first. And that's the second team foul for Gold Cross. Gavin misses on the first free throw. And etong Torcha, they're the second best free throw shooting team in our 17 under division. They're averaging 60% from the free throw line as a unit. However, for to doon si Gavin. Gabe again with the strong rebound. Gabe Jorge, the 7th best rebounder in this tournament, averaging 12 rebounds per game. And a missed triple right there for Nico Koa. Pero nakuha pa rin dito ng Gold Cross. And too strong for JKC. And for those who don't know, JKC is the 3rd best 3-point shooter in this tournament, averaging 33% from beyond the arc. Sablay din doon si Alvin Ngong. Here comes Gabe again in transition. Gabe, look at that. Against 3 gray jerseys, but one manages to put the ball up and was able to draw a foul. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the first mandatory substitution of this ball game. So, since tatlo lang ang nasa bench ng coach, may dalawang matitira dito sa gray shirts. Same with Gold Cross, 7 players lang ang naglalaro sa kanila ngayon. That's Gabe. Knocks down the first free throw. Again, these 2 free throws brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins. As Gabe knocks down those 2 freebies. If number 2 sa free throw ang torch in this 17 under division, as Drew Kagatok will be getting his first personal foul. Oh, misses on the drive by Josh Lim, but offensive rebound. Can't get it to go for Alvin Ngong. That was a 4th shot. And Ramirez. But still, possession stays with Torch. Genzo gives it to Howe. However, couldn't make it for Aaron. As ball stays with the gray shirts with 10 on the shot clock. Howe kicks it back. 5 on the 24 and a lot of opportunities to score pero hindi nagawa doon ng Torch. Well defended by Gold Cross. Here comes Joaquin. And sweet string music for Drew Kagadok. Drew actually last game was scoreless. He went 0 for 7, attempted 7 shots, none was falling for Drew. And right now, already making his first 3-pointer of this game. So let's see if that will be a great start for Drew. As U1 hits the back iron and can't connect. Joaquin floats it up. Well defended by U1 Ramirez. Here comes Ramirez. U1. Pinoy step. Finishes up and good. Almost a steal there by Aaron Howe. First key pass doon by Gold Cross. Pero nakuha pa rin ni Escudero. Decides to shoot a 3. And get it. 13-12 is the score, folks. Less than 3 minutes to play in this game as U1. Look at that spin move. What a move! And what a finish! U1 Ramirez, the best scorer in this tournament, averaging 25.5% or 25.5 points per game. That is the best in the league, folks, in our 17 under division. Because he can make plays just like that. Gabe wide open. U1 Alvin. Well defended by Drew Kagadok. Gets it back. That's the weak side, but Cora with a rebound. Escudero. Almost a steal there by Sabian Go. 12 on the shot clock here for the green shirts. Gabe. Good defense by Yuan Ramirez and Sabian Go. Here comes the gray shirts. Yuan. Baseline jumper. No good again. And here it comes. Outlet pass to Escudero. But Escudero rushed the layup and misses it. Torch. In and out. Right now, Torch only shooting less than 20% from beyond the arc. And this team is actually the second best three-point shooter in this tournament. And they're averaging close to 23% per game. However, Escudero can't get it to fall. Joaquin Escudero actually had a double-double performance last game. Close to a triple-double, actually. 12 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, and 7 steals. Naku, 3 steals and 2 rebounds. Quadruple-double na sana si Joaquin Escudero last game. However, on the other end, 3-point shot for Aaron Howe is up and good. And they are now up by 4, 17-13, folks. Joaquin uses that Chua pick. Decides to drive, was able to draw contact, and he'll go to the line for a pair. So Kenzo Centeno will be getting his first personal foul. So 2 free throws dito for Joaquin Escudero. This team, Gold Cross, is the #1 best free throw shooting team. They're averaging 61.3% from the free throw line, and Joaquin Escudero last game actually did not attempt any free throws. So 2 free throws dito for Joaquin Escudero. This team, Gold Cross, is the #1 best free throw shooting team. They're averaging 61.3% of the free throw line. Last game actually did not attempt any free throws. And a missed 3 for Alvin Ngo. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first quarter. It's just a 2-point lead in favor of Torch. 17-15, folks. We'll have a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins, Exped Charcoal Socks, Uniled Lights, Celsius, and AutoGuard. And these two teams, for Torch, they're shooting 29% during the first quarter. Gold Cross naman at 25%. They only made 1 3-pointer so far. They're now 1 for 9 though, itong Gold Cross. But for Torch, they're 2 for 8 from beyond the arc. And now 2 for 9. As slight push doon from JKC to get the rebound, but a turnover for Gold Cross. Here comes Torch. Josh, Sabian, gives it. Look at the passing display of Torch right there with the triangle offense. Here comes Gabe. Gabe Hore now with 8 points, 8 rebounds. Gabe Jorge already almost in double figures, and we just started the second quarter. As Josh misses, and a foul will be called on Savian Go. That's gonna be his first. And Gabe Jorge now with 8 points and 9 rebounds, and kaka 1 minute pa lang natin sa second quarter. This shows that this kid is really one of the key contributors of Gold Cross, as he'll take a 3, knocks that one in for Gabe Jorge. Gabe Jorge, the highest percentage field goal shooter in this conference. That big guy is also averaging 12 rebounds per game, a save and go final in the score sheet after knocking down that floater over Gabe Jorge. Almost a steal for Josh Lim. And that's going to be ball possession for Torches. Nico Kowa was the last one to touch the ball. Lamang na ng isa ang Gold Cross. Ramirez gives it to Josh. Those are the two best scorers for Torch. So 22-19 is the score, folks. Oh, sorry, we just updated the stat sheets, folks. Double-double na po si Gabe Jorge. 11 points, 10 rebounds, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Gabe Jorge.
Offensive foul on number 18, Gabe Jorge is first.
Slim. Guarded by Drew. Look at that Pinoy step. Almost an end one. But Josh Lim, right, will still go to the line for a pair. As Jacob Chua will be getting his first personal foul. So 2 free throws for Josh Lim. And Josh Lim is averaging 56.3% from the free throw line. That is the 9th best free throw shooter in this tournament. Josh Lims only has 2 points right now, and that kid is averaging 23 points per game. A split charity is there for Josh. We are tied at 20 apiece, folks. Kowa, catch it with 3. Sweet string music for Nico Kowa. Nico Kowa last game only scored 3 points. He shot 1 out of 6, but look at that drive, almost. But Yuan Ramirez will be taking 2 free throws. And quick 2 fouls here for Jacob Chua, all in the second quarter. Yuan is the 2nd best free throw shooter in this tournament. That kid is averaging 75% from the free throw line. Number 1 in terms of points per game, number 2 in rebounds per game. Etong si Yuan Ramirez. And ball goes the other way. 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Still anybody's ball game, as this is only a 2-point lead in favor of Gold Cross. 3-point shot. And rattles it in for JKC. Like what I mentioned earlier, JKC is the 3rd best 3-point shooter in this tournament. Averaging 33.3% from downtown. At bumawi ka agad. Itong si Yuan Ramirez. Yuan Ramirez now with 8 points. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. So that's an unforced turnover committed by Gold Cross. And this team averaging 16 turnovers per game. That's number 5 in this tournament. Etong Torch naman, they are the 2nd top team in terms of turnovers per game. That's the stat sheet na ayaw mong nasa top 2 ka. Look at that top finish for Carlos Gubat. Ties the game at 26 apiece. JK. Oh! And a steal by Aaron Howe. Here comes Josh. Taking his time. Decides to drive. And can't get it to go. Great defense right there for Jacob Chua. Here comes the green shirts. Cagado. Drew. Getting physical here. And who gets it? Look at the hustle of Nico Kowa. And great steal by Torch as Yuan with the free lane and lefty layup is up and good for Yuan Ramirez. Yuan Ramirez, 10 points, 8 rebounds. That kid is only 2 rebounds shy away from another double-double. Gabe loses the ball, goes the other way. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the second mandatory substitution of this ball game. Second and last. Again, Gold Cross only playing with 7 players and Torch the Man with 8 players. And this mandatory substitution is brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins, Expert Charcoal Socks, Uniled Night, Celsius, and Auto Guard. So papahinga ni Coach Mike Chua. Ito si Gabe Jorge and si True Kagadok. And here comes Centeno, fully charged here. As too strong, but perfect place at the perfect time for Alvin Ngo. And 3-point shot, no good. And offensive rebound by JKC. And rush shot, but manages to sink it in for Alvin Ngo. That was a sneaky shot by Alvin Ngo over 2 Gold Cross defenders. Escudero. Oh, look at the speed of Joaquin. Skino will be going to the line for 2. As Saban will be getting his second personal foul.
2 free throws for Joaquin Escudero.
So Joaquin misses on the first. And look at that, Kino with the steal. And that guy, for those who don't know, he is the best player, number 1 player in terms of steals per game. He's averaging 5 steals per outing as Escudero. No go. Well defended by the gray shirts. As Joaquin with the shot again. Cutting down the lead to just 1, 32-31. Gavin! Ooh, almost went in for Gavin C. Gold Cross fighting for possession there. Kino with the ball. Kino Escudero now with 7 points. Kino gives it here to Nico. Gets it back. Asking for a pick. Itong si Kino Escudero. And he'll shoot a 3, but short. Rebound by Kenzo. Kenzo averaging 12 rebounds per game. Yuan with a hang time finish. And we have a timeout break, folks, called by Coach Mike Chua. They are trailing by 3, 34-31, folks. We'll be back right after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, that timeout break is brought to you by Celsius Live Fit, empowering you to live fit and be your best self. As right now, it's a 3-point lead for Torch in favor of Torch. Escudero gives it here. And another 3! You cannot leave JKC wide open, especially from beyond the arc, because again, that is the third best three-point shooter in this tournament as Yuan will head over to the line. Joaquin Escudero will be called for his first personal foul. Wala na siyang ginawa doon. Inapiran niya na lang yung ating referee because he knows that foul naman talaga siya. As Yuan gives it here to Gavin. Gavin, floor is up, but he'll be called for a travel. Dalawang referees natin mismo yung pumito ng traveling na yun. So, less than 2 and 10 remaining. Kino, looking. Kicks it out. Oh, loses it. That would have been an easy bucket sana for JKC if he was able to get the ball. Hinahanap na siya ni Kino Escudero dito. And Kino is actually the #1 best passer in this tournament as Mo misses on that drive. And there's a foul on Alvin. Oh no. The foul's on Kenzo. So that's going to be his third personal foul. Kino looking, decides to drive, splitting the D, but the ball goes out. Ramirez sizing up his defender. Etong si Jacob Chua. Ramirez in traffic. No, great defense with the green shirts, but he's left wide open. And the ball goes out. Ball goes the other way. 1 minute remaining here in the first half. It's just a 1-point ball game in favor of Torch. Koa, catch and shoot. Easy for Nico Koa. And now lamang na ang Gold Cross ng dalawa. 37-35 as Yuan will. I think the foul was on the floor. And Kino Escudero will be getting his second, and that's the 14th foul for Gold Cross. So no more fouls to give for Gold Cross. As Torch can use that to their advantage, but Yuan decides to shoot a three. Yuan Ramirez, double figures already. 16 points, 10 rebounds for Yuan. Kino gives it to Nico, gets it back. Oh, nice pass, and that's going to be a foul on Kenzo, and that's going to be his fourth.
His fourth personal.
Yes, that's going to be 2 free throws dito for Neon's FC, and 8 players lang naglalaro sa Torch, and 4 na fouls ni Kenzo Centeno, so he needs to be extra careful here. As Nian sinks in the first free throw. These 2 free throws brought to you by Uniled Lights for a brighter and greener future. As C knocks down the second one, and we have a timeout break, folks. Called by Coach Mike Chu as he's going to be devising a play here, but our score 39-38. Ladies and gentlemen, 15.9 seconds remaining in the first half. As Yuan, 7 seconds remaining. Looking at the clock here. 3 seconds. He'll shoot a 3. In and out. And basket. Wilkian for save and go. As lamang ang torch ng isa at the end of the first half. 40-39, folks. We'll have a quick halftime break. We'll be back right after this.
Third quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of the second half. Both teams are actually shooting a decent percentage in this ball game, as Gold Crush shooting 39%. Same with their score. For Torch naman, they are shooting 36%. But they're up by 1. And ngayon, 7 players na lang for both teams na naglalaro between Torch and Gold Cross. As Escudero, too strong on that tray. Ramirez was actually demanding the ball there and he gets it. You won. Oh, and clearly a foul will be called on Nian Seth C. That's going to be second.
Holding out number 17, that's his second.
So 14 on the shot clock dito for Torch. Josh gives it. Carlos. Masyado malakas lang. An offensive rebound. Almost a steal by Kino, and you cannot make those easy passes in front of Kino Escudero because, again, that kid is the number 1 player in terms of steals per game, averaging 5 steals per outing. Josh. Floater is up. Game with the tap, pero nakuha pa rin dito ni ng Torch. And look at that shot! Juan Ramirez from deep, now with 19 points. And nandito na si Gabe on the floor for Coach Mike Chua. Save and gives it to Yuan. Yuan, actually, right now, passes it to Josh. Another premier scorer. Look at that. Too deep on that reverse layup and can't get it to fall. Kino. Spins. Gives it to Gabe. Extra pass to Nico. Wala nga lang. Lucky break for Torch as Nico Koa misses that tray. Ngo decides to shoot a three-pointer of his own this time. Still can't connect. Gold Cross trailing by 4 here. 7.5 remaining here in the third quarter. As Kino. Another miss for Kino Escudero. And Yuan right now being a facilitator here for Torch. And why not? They have 2 scorers on the floor. As Saban misses on that elbow jumper. Kino Escudero now has 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. As Nico. Another miss for Koa. Yuan decides to shoot it, but another miss for Torch as they're missing their shots in this third quarter. As Gabe slicing the D, pickpocketed by Yuan Ramirez. Gives it to Josh, gets it back, and look at that sky high layup for Yuan as he now has 21. Gabe, nice fake. Gabe, oh, might have gotten away with the end one there, but Gabe Eore was able to stick it up and in, cutting down the lead to just 4. 45-41 ang score natin. Saban gives it here to Ngori, ejected by Jacob Chua. And Jacob is actually the second best shot blocker in this tournament. Kino muscling his way over 2 Torch defenders. It's just a 2-point ball game. Still in favor of Torch, though. Josh. Asking for a pick. Gives it here. And floater is up. Can't get it to go for Josh Lim. Josh Lim only has 3 points in this game. Again, he's averaging 23 points per game. But right now, he is ice cold. That's why Yuan is the one who's taking charge in terms of points right now in this game against the second best team. Talking about Gold Cross. Josh had all the time in the world but still couldn't fall for Josh Lim. Already halfway in the third quarter. Skino with the sidestep finish. And we have a timeout break called by Torch as we have a tied ball game at 45 all with 4 minutes and 58 remaining, folks. We'll be back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, tied at 45 apiece here in the third quarter as Ngo will be called for another traveling and ball goes the other way. And that was after a timeout. Kino now with 11. And here comes Gabe, already in double-double figures. Gives it to Nico, gets it back. Gabe, Kino, wide open 3. Bounces out for Kino Escudero. Yuan spins, manages to find a way to shoot it up and in. Juan Ramirez, 23 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist. As Gabe banging bodies inside, but ball rolls out. Juan. Look at that with the dip-sizzle layup, left to finish. Juan Ramirez can finish from different angles. That time manages to lay it up with his left hand. Gabe. And stolen away here by Aaron Howe. Juan shoots a 3. Another rebound by Gabe Jorge. Oh, nice fake by Nico. Almost a steal, pero nakuha dito ni Gabe. Gabe, floater is up and off the backboard is good. Lim. Passes it inside to Go, but Go too strong on that floater. Savian Go hasn't scored that much yet. Only scored 4 points right now. As Kino dribbling it down, setting up a play here. Nico, that's a wide open shot, but that time can't connect. Gold Cross shooting 6 out of 23 from downtown right now. Juan. Ball rolls out, but gets his own miss. Persistency pays off for Juan Ramirez. 27 points, 15 rebounds, and there's a foul in Josh Lim.
Pushing down on the 49, Josh with his second personal. Substitution.
2 minutes and remaining here in the third. Apat nang lamang dito ng Torch. Again, yung Torch yung at 2-2. Wala pa talong Gold Cross in this tournament. Kino slicing the D. Look at that. Taking it on his own. Josh muscling his way in, up and under. And that's going to be a foul on JKC. That's going to be second.
JKC, his second personal. 2 free throws for Josh Lim.
So 2 free throws again here for Josh Lim. And like what I mentioned earlier, Josh Lim is the 9th best free throw shooter in this tournament. That kid is averaging 56.3% from the charity line. As he goes 2 for 2. Increasing the lead. Back to 4 here. Oh, nice pass to Josh Lim. Basket and one. Josh Lim, great bump to JKC and was able to control his shot. Great body control for Josh Lim for that end one finish. Kino. C. Ooh, there's a foul away from the ball. And that's going to be a foul on Jacob Chua. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. That's Gabe. Great anticipation. Getting the steal. And Gabe Jorge is just making it look easy right now. He knows he has an advantage in terms of size because that guy is also a big guy. He can dribble down the ball, who is a slasher as well, and he can also shoot from all angles on the floor. And speaking of shooting, Aaron Howe, 6 and a 3-pointer. Wala na ang kalamangan dito ng Torch. That is the largest lead of this ball game as a missed three for Drew Cagadok. Pero nakuha pa dito as Chua. Short! He couldn't even believe that shot. As Josh Lim with the clear no. What a spin by Josh Lim. Josh passes it. Good. Patience by Carlos Gubat. What a fake by Carlos. And that is the end of the third quarter. A 10-point lead in favor of Torch. However, folks, they still have 10 more minutes of action. 61-51. We'll be back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 more minutes of action as a 10-point lead in favor of the gray shirts. As Yuan gives it here to Lim. Lim passes it to Go. Gives it to a wide open. Oh! Aaron Howe again! From deep, increasing the lead to 13 as Torch right now pulling away against the number 2 team, Gold Cross. This might be the first loss of Gold Cross. But mahaba pa oras dito, folks, as Gabe bulldozing his way inside. Ramirez. Gets it back. Josh. Short on that floor, pero nakuha dito pa rin ng Torch. Gubat. Oh, that's he just passed it to the opponent. That was Jacob Chua. As Kino with a quick drive all the way. And they're now using a full court defense here against Torch. Yuan. Baseline jumper. Masyado malakas nga lang Kino with the rebound. Or sorry, that was Drew Cagadok. As Kino, basket is good! And he'll go to the line for one more. Kino Escudero, 15 points already. As Aaron Howe will be getting his first personal foul. As substitution dito, papasok si Alvin Ngo. So Joaquin Escudero will be shooting his bonus free throw. However, can't connect, pero offensive rebound here for Jacob Chua. Kino decides to shoot a three. Short. Josh spins. Floor is up over the second best blocker in this tournament. That's not an easy bucket for Josh Lim. That was over Jacob Chua. And it's a 9-point ball game. Gabe loses the ball. Ball slipped out of his hands. Here comes Yuan. Pass it to Ngo. And easy bucket for Alvin Ngo. And balik sa double-digit lead in favor of Torch. 68-57 as Coach Mike Chua will huddle it up. 7 minutes and 51 remaining. We'll be back, folks, right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, that timeout break is brought to you by AutoGuard Premium Car Care Products. And double-digit lead as Jorge will be called for an offensive foul. After the timeout break for Coach Mike Chua, as Gabe gets his second personal foul here, and they're now executing a full court defense. Pero naitawid lang dito ni Josh Lim ng mabilisan. As Josh Lim with the Pinoy step move. Panatang makabayan, says Josh Lim. Kino. Passes it to Chua. Gets it back. Escudero. Almost a steal by Aaron Howe. Ball went out of bounds. Ball stays with the green shirts with 10 on the 24. Seven to shoot as Drew way off the mark. You won. Gets it back to Josh. Oh, good stripped. Oh, miscommunication there by Jacob Chua and Drew Kagadok. And that's a wide open Josh Lim decides to drive it. Another Pinoy step move, but the layup is off. Here comes Gabe. This will be a foul. Great timing there for Yuan Ramirez. He knew that he's going to be a help D with Alvin Ngo. But that's going to be Alvin's first personal foul. Gabe Jorge is at the line to shoot 2. He now has 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. Etong si Gabe Jorge now has 20 points. He's leading the entire Gold Cross team in terms of points in this game. And the highest pointer so far between these two teams, it's Yuan Ramirez with 27 points. Josh. Look at that. Ang ganda nung last step ni Josh Lim on that drive eh. He wants to bump some bodies to draw some fouls. Iniwasan lang dito ni Nians FC para hindi mag-N1 si Josh Lim doon. Because that's a high percentage that mafa-foul pa. And active shooting pa yun. That's Gabe. Left in layup. Bounces out as Yuan with the rebound. Yuan slide push. The lefty floater is no good, but gets his own miss. Almost a steal by Kino. Yuan. Airballs the tree. Or the tray, rather. I was about to say tray. That's why three na sabi ko. It's 3. And papahinga dito si Drew Kagadok and si Jacob Chua for Coach Mike Chua. Kino. Step back. Short. They're down by 13 points. The largest lead so far in this game for Torch. And we still have 5 minutes and 15 remaining in the ball game. Josh Lim taking their time here. Why not? You're up by double digits as Josh step back 3. Knocks that one in for Josh Lim. And with the celly. And he's just playing around with Nico Cowell right now. Those two players are friends, okay? And they're just having the time of their life. Nico want to answer back, but great cleanup by JKC. As Yuan plus the foul. So he'll go to the line for his bonus free throw. That's going to be a foul on Gabe Jorge. That's going to be his 3rd. So let's... Oh! Okay, so... Okay, there we go. I thought the basket will not count because one of the referees gonna inbound the ball baseline. Pero yun nga, he clarified it. There was a continuation for Yuan Ramirez. So that was an end one play. So he'll go to the line for that end one. So bonus free throw na to for Yuan. As Yuan misses offensive rebound by the gray shirts. As a miss right there for Kenzo. Kino. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for Kino Escudero. That time can't connect. And ladies and gentlemen, we have another timeout break with 4 minutes and 12 remaining. Our score is 77-61. Ladies and gentlemen, that timeout break is brought to you by AutoGuard Premium Car Care Products. And also, Uniled lights don't compromise on style or sustainability. Choose Uniled lights for a greener, and brighter future. Savian wins a lefty layup. As Torch right now are on a roll. They might be. Oh, look at the move by Kino. And what a finish by Kino Escudero. And that is our 10 feet vitamins offensive play of the quarter. Supporting kids, teens, and young adults' natural height growth and development as Yuan Ramirez answering back with a 2-point of his own. Kino, baseline spins, and that's going to be a foul on Yuan. And that's Yuan's first personal foul. However, Kino misses on the first one. Yuan with the patience, able to draw contact, so he'll head over to the line with a 2-point of his own. And Jacob Chua will be getting his 4th personal foul. So 2 players are in foul trouble. 1 for Gold Cross, that's Jacob Chua. And 1 for Torch, and that's Kenzo Centeno. 81-63 right now. 82-63. 19-point lead for the gray shirts. Kino gives it to Gabe. Fakes the 3. Decides to drive it with the lefty layup. However, mahaba pa. Kailangan habulin dito ng Gold Cross. Kenzo. Guarded by Kino. Oh, rejected by Jacob Chua. That's his 2nd block of the game. Again, he's averaging 2.3 blocks per outing. That's the 2nd best shot blocker in our 17 under division as Kino. Oh. As Josh asking for it. Yuan with the pass. Oh, hard drop by JKC. But he's okay, folks. And that's going to be his 4th. 1 more foul for JK, and he will be out. He needs to be extra careful here as well. Another timeout called by Gold Cross. 2 minutes and 25 remaining. Our score 82. Ladies and gentlemen, that timeout break was brought to you by Xped Charcoal Socks, natural, organic, and odorless. As Josh Lem misses on the first free throw. So after this game, we will now be moving on to the 14 under division. Job Sakino. It's going to be Ceylon Sar versus Eagle Professional Tools in our 14 under division. As JK knocks that one in. JKC with 3 threes in this game. Again, you cannot leave him wide open. That kid is a shooter. Pero mababa pa. Kailangan nilang habulin. 15-point lead for Torch as we are down to the last 2 minutes of this game. Hatid sa inyo ng AutoGuard, premium car care products. As U1 lobs it up. As Ngo turn around, Jay, no go. Rebound by Nian. Kowa, and that's just a duty foul for Josh Lim. Coach Mike Chu was asking for an anspo there. That was just a duty foul for Josh Lim para mag-sub na dito. Yung Torch. $14 seconds remaining. Or 14 on the shot clock rather. And airballs the 3 for Drew. Rebound by Josh. Kenzo. JK, actually, nandun na si Drew Kagadok. But JK misses the 3. But Nian or SFC knocking it down. But 15 or 13 points pa. Kailangan nilang habulin with 1 minute and 2 remaining. And look at that hang time by Genzo Centeno. And ladies and gentlemen, Torch might be giving Gold Cross their first loss in this tournament as how will drive. Bye-bye, says Aaron Howe. .8 seconds remaining, folks. As ladies and gentlemen, that is ball game. Torch will now have a 2-game winning streak and also ending Gold Cross's spotless record, getting their first loss of this tournament. That is the final score, folks. 87-70, 17-point win by Torch. Welcome back, Stallion fans. Together with me is our 10 feet vitamins player of the game with 32 points, 21 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block, Yuan Ramirez. So, Yuan, first and foremost, congratulations on winning this game. You are the first team ever to give Gold Cross their first loss in this tournament. So, how does it feel giving Gold Cross their first loss?
It shows that every team's beatable. I mean, it's a good motivation and good momentum builder for us. We lost our last 2 games, but I think this shows that we just need more time and practice as a team so that we can make our Final Four push.
And what will be our expectation to you guys for your upcoming games here in the remaining games of our 5th season?
We're gonna fight hard. We're gonna do our best not to lose another game. We're at 2 losses right now. Getting on another loss puts us at the risk of not making Final Four, and that's our goal.
And I'm pretty much sure you want to give a shout out to all of our viewers who's watching our live stream right now.
Shout out to my teammates, shout out to Coach. They trusted me to be able to facilitate the offense and do my best. Shout out to my brother for watching, shout out to my parents, shout out to my girlfriend.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, that is our 10 feet vitamins player of the game, Yuan Ramirez. So, moving on, it's going to be in our 1400 division between Stallion Tire and Eagle Professional Tools.
Congrats, Yuan. Congrats.